Hello and welcome to the channel. Let's talk about the Lowe's refrigerator sale. 35% off, and on some units even more. It's their winter sale going into spring. Looks like they're moving along the current inventory. If you're in the market for a fridge, then follow along because I cover most fridges Lowe's has to offer on the sales floor. So this is a dark chrome Frigidaire model, including air filtration and a deli drawer. Basically, features similar to many other refrigerators. The price swings of refrigerators seem to be incredible. Often there's $1,000 or more between one model and another, and not necessarily clear reason why one is so much more than the other. Thus, finding value is not that easy in this appliance category. So for me, being of a computer background, I always wondered, what is the point of having a screen on the refrigerator? As most people have tablets at this point if they want a tablet, or some other mobile device that they can just carry around the house. So I guess it is easier, but you have to remember, if the device has a screen, then the screen usually needs to get serviced at some point and will get outdated. The feature that I do like about this model is that the water filter is right there in the front and easy to service. You can move that little shelf back and forth so you can have taller things on the shelf below it, and it's ergonomically fairly simple. The French door design, which is rather popular in the US, lends itself to having the freezer at the bottom. You pull out and you can put all of your items that you want frozen, including your ice trays, in the bottom, and it's reasonably easy to get to. So let's talk about what really matters in a fridge, and for most people that's reliability. Will it keep your food cold? Will it keep the frozen things frozen? And will it just keep running? Because as we know, that's not that easy to accomplish with the way things are built in the last 20 some years. So some common issues with modern fridges or of the last 20 some years is that the ice maker tends to leak, or some part of the water system internally tends to leak. Also, compressors on some brands, some models, don't tend to last more than a few years before they have issues. While Bosch tends to be rated very highly, always look at specific models before making a purchase. This French door Bosch at $26.99 seems highly rated. It has 4.5 stars. So Hisence is out of Asia, China. They are a growing brand, making a presence for themselves in the United States. So it is something to keep a lookout for. The original price is $28.99, down $1,500 to $13.99. So that is quite a price reduction. As you can see, it's a side-by-side with the water and ice feature on the freezer side. They offer a compelling product for the price, so therefore they do have an audience. And like with anything else, you have to ask yourself, do you want the extended warranty or not? So that's a decision that you need to make. In my opinion, you must research the extended warranty company as well. So this model includes a bottom freezer as standard and also a middle shelf. And for the price point, again, very compelling for what they are. So there's a side-by-side Samsung right next to it from $26.99 to $18.99. So it's quite a discount. The tag says it's a 4.5 star unit, so that's nice. It's nice shiny stainless steel. Counter Dept Capcity, it says. Adjustable shelves on the doors. Yeah, it looks like you have your ice maker built into the side door. Here's your deli tray. Water filter is an easy spot to change. There's your vegetable drawers, deli drawers, etc. Adjustable trays on the door side. Energy guide. So overall, looks like a nice, easy unit to use. Get 3 types of ice out of it: crushed, curved, and spherical ice. And here's your freezer section. Nice big bins. Store whatever you want in there. Freezer tray closes easily. So here's another side-by-side. It looks like it was $13.99, now down to $10.79, saved $320. This is your fairly typical ice dispensing side-by-side unit from Frigidaire. The internals look similar to what they've been making for many decades. It's a nice, easy to use fridge, but of course this style is a little dated, and some people want something more of the French door design with the freezer at the bottom. But again, this is a pretty good value, but as always, you have to figure out what makes sense for you. They include an air filter inside the unit, and the outside includes a finger smudge finish on the metal, so that's really nice, as you can see. And the detail, this is a Whirlpool It's also side by side, $16.99 down to $11.99, save $500. Water ice produce crisper. So the ice built into the freezer side of the side by side. Typical design. Again, this is very similar to what you've seen for many decades in the past. It's decent, it gets the job done. It's not going to be anything exciting, but for a lot of people this is plenty good. The shelves are adjustable on the door and on the inside. Those door shelves can be moved higher and lower. You can see where they can notch in. So there's your typical ice maker from Frigidaire, and the handles seem very nice. The first home refrigerators from the 1910s and the 1930s were incredible machines, but they were full of toxic gases as refrigerant, but many have the same ideas. An insulated box, a door, and a way to cool it. Refrigerators kept improving for over 100 years, including today. Energy efficiency, environmental awareness, and better technology, better refrigerants, all make for what we have today. This is an LG $15.99 down to $11.99. There is the product protection plan pamphlet that the Lowe's employees tape onto the products. You can see the side-by-side typical design. The LGs have the ice maker embedded into the door. So it looks like this model includes good lighting, nice clear shelves both on the door and inside. Looks like the veggie trays are also nice and clear. So all the things that you typically need in a fridge. And again, there's your sale price. Moving on to the next unit, there's a GE $21.99 down to $11.99, save $1,000. And this one includes LED lighting. It says edge-to-edge glass shelves. So these are all nice things to have. There's your ice maker unit, along with some more shelving above and below it, and some more adjustable shelving on the door side. There's your energy efficiency rating. This is again the GE from the outside, the fingerprint resistant finish. There's your ice making options and cold water options. So it looks like on the freezer side that this model has the metal grates, which may be a little less expensive to manufacture. However, I always thought that those are easier for air to travel through and around objects, as people tend to stuff the freezers full of items. So I think that actually might be a plus. Here we have a Frigidaire Gallery model. It was $29.99 down to $17.99, saved $1,200. This unit is a side-by-side, as you can tell. Very nice stainless steel. This is a different model now. This is a Frigidaire Gallery French door model, and you can see the difference in the way the French door is configured. You have the full width at the top, which is nice if you have wide things, such as if you're always throwing parties, or you just like to have wide things in the fridge like deli trays and sheet cakes and whatnot for your parties. It's also very cool. It has a dedicated deli tray that can pull out, and there's your water filter right next to it. It's easy to service. See-through drawers in the freezer make it easy to see what's going on, what you have in there. Another Frigidaire Gallery 4.5 star unit, $32.99 down to $19.99. As you can see, it has typical crisper technologies. You have your French door design with the ice maker water features. As you can see, it has stainless steel for the outside, with the ice maker sitting on the left side of the fridge, and the ice making dispenser on the left side as usual. There's all the clear containers so you can easily see what's in it. Nice rollout units, containers, even temp technology. That must be something that they have patented. See that in the new Frigidaire models. There's your deli tray, also good for cheese and such. As you can see, it's a huge freezer section, nice pull-out drawer, and now you can see that each side, also on that upper section of the fridge, you can move those shelves up and down. Here's another Frigidaire, 4.5 stars, on sale for $2,099. Here's your water cube crush feature and cold water dispenser. Keep food fresh, it says. Well, yes, that's what a refrigerator is supposed to do, so glad they're keeping up with that. There's your ice maker, similar to the other model. And the entire system is dedicated to keeping things fresh. So now you have your various trays. This one seems to have a few less trays, But now you have an interesting snack zone. So here you have your nice, fresh, clear, crisp drawers that open and close. Nice slidey drawers. Below that, you have a middle drawer called a Flextemp drawer, where you can, looks like you can put things about up to 5 to 8 inches tall. And then below that, you have your freezer, which has a nice dual shelf. So that's quite nice. It looks like it has a glass bottom. So your typical French door design, very well made. This is Whirlpool, on sale for $15.99. It says family size capacity. You have your side-by-side shelves, adjustable that you can move higher or lower, door shelves, and you have your door shelves on each side. It says totals, coverage, cooling, and then you have your wide shelves on the bottom and your vegetable shelves right there. So easy, similar design to the other one next to it. There's your energy guide, and then there is your really wide shelf for probably your deli trays. It says deli drawer, but you can also put in other wider things, of course. And here's a 2-stack freezer section. Nice, simple design. Here's another Whirlpool, 4 stars, $18.99 it says. This one looks like it has nice fat handles. It looks like the ice tray is in the bottom. However, it looks like you can also dispense ice from the door, which is an interesting feature, so that ice unit is not taking up space on the shelves like some other models that we've seen. This also includes shelves at the very top that can be one height on one side and a different height on the other, so it makes it flexible for different height items. There's your energy guide, and there's your deli tray again. You know, again, very nice idea. Have a tray dedicated to just wide things. Here you can see that the trays are basically plastic. While they do the job, they're not as nice as having see-through. Just another Whirlpool, $29.99 down to $20.99, save $900. 4-star unit. So nice stainless steel again, reasonably fat handles, easy to grip. There's your ice maker on one side, fridge, so that makes it interesting. That ice maker takes up space, unlike the other unit that's next to it, which has the ice maker in the door completely. So something to keep in mind. This does seem to have a middle tray, middle cooling tray, as well as the freezer section at the bottom. A little bit of cost cutting, but it is a metal grate, which I don't mind, because again, I think those let the air flow unrestricted throughout that shelf, so I think that's a reasonable idea. The next fridge looks like it's a Samsung, 4.5 stars, down to $16.99 on sale. Water 2 ways, it says. Your beverage center. So this model includes a separate pitcher that is in the side door that you can remove, which is quite an interesting idea. So instead of just dispensing ice, you have an actual pitcher, as you could see, in the door. You also have the ability to fill up as well. You have your water filter right there. You have a wide tray. You have 2 vegetable trays next to each other. And there's your Samsung information on the various models. All around cooling, it says. And your energy guide. You have your temperature controls on the side, so easy to reach for almost any height. And there's your freezer. You have your drawers on the top and your drawer at the bottom, so nice large area for your freezer. The next fridge is a GE Profile, 4.5 stars, on sale for $26.99 down from $43.99. It says autofill feature, nice stainless steel exterior, French door design. It includes your energy guide, of course. You have your ice maker on the left side, and this is a door within a door concept. I'm not sure how that saves energy, but apparently it must, because they include it here. So that door, as you can see, opens a frame, and in that frame you can store, let's say, your 1-gallon jug of water or milk or whatever you like to store there that you use most often. Here's a middle tray with separate controls for temperature and so on, and here's your freezer with actually quite substantial space. The one next to it is an LG, $41.99 down to $27.99. This unit rated at 4.5 stars. As you can see, has a nice stainless steel exterior. You have the water system on the left side of the door with the ice maker in it. Fresh air filter, it says. Energy guide. You have your wide trays up top. It also has the wide tray for deli or cakes or whatnot. Looks like you can hold a lot of different things in that drawer. This also includes obviously a freezer section at the bottom. And now we're back to the side door. All those trays on the side are adjustable, higher and lower. Thank you for watching, and remember, research everything you have to about the refrigerator, the retailer, and the extended service plan. All of those companies need to be researched before you spend any money at all. Look for reliability, not gimmicks, because at the end of the day, you want your food to stay cold and your food to stay frozen. That is the main idea for a refrigerator. The rest of it is nice to have, screens and all, but remember the important parts. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one. And if you like this kind of information, please like and subscribe, as I'll be doing more reviews in the future.